right, y'all, we are back. We're back. That was Johnny Watkins' overpowered song. So anybody out there, definitely go and check him out. But we got our second guest in studio today. We have Eddie. Is it Caller?
Callier.
Callier.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. I don't like chopping up people's names.
No, no, it's all
But
good. It's all good.
Eddie is a young entrepreneur, talented, very individual. I saw your. I was watching some of your videos and
Yeah.
stuff. Definitely saw you moving like keyboards,
Oh,
singing. Then I saw the where you was on the Fox's the new show, The Four.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely, I thought that was probably a dope experience for you.
It
How
was.
was that?
It was pretty cool. It was really cool, man. I really enjoyed meeting all the people and getting a chance to share that experience with other amazing artists
Hmm.
and singers and musicians and lyricists. The production team is awesome. Everybody's awesome. Fergie's amazing. The judges they're great. So yeah, it was a great experience. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I went out there, and it's opened up a whole new world of people who otherwise it would have been maybe a little bit longer before
Longer
they
of a
heard my
grind,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think shows like that are great for
Mm.
exposing the talent, especially if you
Yeah.
can get on to them. Was it like hard? Because I know some other shows like American Idol and stuff like that, because of the
Yeah.
brand they've gotten to, the
Mm.
auditions can just be grueling in itself.
Honestly, um, it wasn't hard. I mean, I don't know what everyone else's experiences were like. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure for some of them it may have been stressful, but shoot, I got contacted about it last year, like earlier in the year, and throughout the year, like no matter what, I've always been grinding and working on stuff and all that other stuff like that. So while that was going on, I was still working on other stuff. I was still working on my project, opening up for Tank, and
Yeah, I saw
did
that
the
video too.
yeah.
He said you next young man or something like
So
that, something or the
yeah,
new
yeah.
fresh or something.
Uh,
But I thought it
uh,
was just dope because
he
he's
said
like
something.
co-signing you.
The what is it? The sound is back or something like that.
Yeah,
What
something
is
like
that?
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like him putting his official stamp on
yeah.
you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's a super dope dude too. Super dope artist, and that was a great experience. But like while I was preparing for this show, I opened up for Tank. I did the Apollo.
Hmm.
I was doing like festivals and stuff like that, like Sweet Auburn Festival, doing shows with amazing artists and musicians that have a resume that's like longer than a novel,
Hmm.
and so like going out to LA and doing all that stuff was almost like a paid vacation because I'm like I get to do less work
Hmm.
and like
But
get a hotel
it's
for free and all
it
that.
seems like it's more the industry. When you have more
Yeah.
industry people, they understand that, especially when it comes to like performances and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
They can't have people coming out here to a system to where you're doing stuff, and don't have time for that prep,
Right.
because in the end,
Exactly.
you need all that prep work to lead up to that
Mm-hmm.
that that big hurrah, that
Yeah.
that production.
Very true. Very true.
As far as because I went and I was looking at your videos and
Yeah.
things of that nature, seeing you're very talented,
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate
multi instrumentalist.
that.
It seems like there's a lot of things that you just can't do. It seems like you do a lot that you don't have that many things that you can't do. What
Right.
do you enjoy the most? Because you songwrite, you
Um,
produce, you record, you play instruments, you
I
perform.
I enjoy all of it equally, I'd say. And then I would also turn around and say that's a lie. I enjoy being in front of people
Hmm.
the absolute most. I mean, of everything that I do, I love seeing people's faces. I love making people happy,
Hmm.
because music is that universal language that the entire world understands. And, it can transcend cultures and like experiences and gender and everything like that. Like music is something that done correctly everyone can understand.
Yeah.
And so because of that, it's so amazing to be able to share that from my point of view and from from my heart and through my artistry. And the best way I feel for me to do that is when I'm on stage in front of people.
Okay.
Be it, you know, an intimate setting or, you know, a large concert hall, you know, whatever it is, it's amazing, you know, and there's nothing like it. But of course, I enjoy making the records
Yeah.
that people sing when they're out there, you know, writing and producing the music and being in that space, being in the studio and all that other stuff like that. There's nothing like that as well. But yeah, you know, and then I love to do a little keyboard solo or, you know, play some guitar. Or I love shedding on drums and all that other stuff like that, or all the other instruments. So even though I love it all as much as I do, definitely the stage is.
It seems like to me
At
you
the
come
top.
across as, because I haven't been able to get familiar with your discography,
Mhm.
but I can tell that you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You seem like
Yeah.
a veteran to me.
You know, and it's so funny too because like there are a lot of people that are my same age that haven't been doing what I've been doing for the amount of time that I've done it. I mean, I've been quote unquote Eddie since what 2016. I rebranded, changed my stage name, started working on new music and all that other stuff like that. But I've been doing music for a while. I quit my job in 2015 to do music full time.
That's what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
hey, congratulations.
Thank
to
you, thank
anybody
you, thank you.
who has the courage to go out and do that, because I try
Yeah,
to get people to do that all the
absolutely.
time. I'm
In
like, go
fact,
quit your job.
That's the camera right
yeah,
there,
that's
right?
again right there.
If you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you have something that is driving you and something that you feel like you'd want to do for the rest of your life, do it. Because at the end of the day, living this life is all about achieving your ultimate happiness, and the best way to do that is by doing something that you love and making a livelihood doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well said, well said.
Yeah.
Where did that, I guess, inspiration and courage come from?
Just from, I mean, I study on a regular basis, you know, about a lot of things just to make myself a better person in general. Outside of being an artist, I want to be a better human being, you know, and a better person, a better influence, a better role model, and everything like that. And so I study things like the law of attraction, and I study things that I know will, number one, improve my life and my position, so that I can help others to also do the same. And so I guess all that to say, the courage and all that other stuff like that comes from me just knowing that if I implement all of the things that I've learned the way that they should be implemented, everything will be just fine.
Do you ever feel that sometimes people have a disconnect from like how they really should receive the music as opposed to how it's being pushed?
With my music, thus far, not really. But then again, you know, um, I haven't sold millions of records yet, and so therefore, there may be people out there with their opinions. So thus far, it's all been pretty much received as I've been putting it out there. You know, people pretty much understand the concepts, but I have seen. I have seen the way that it can be misconstrued with other people's music.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I guess that's something that I have to get ready for. Have to prepare myself for.
Yeah, because just watching some of your videos, and I think I saw one that is more of a sort of like an EPK. I get a sense for like your style.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, and to me, you're like a creative.
Oh, right. Okay, I can dig that.
Yeah,
I can dig
that's
that.
the vibe
Yeah.
that I get from you, because you don't want to limit yourself to anything.
That's very true. That
And
is very true.
in doing so, some people might not understand, that.
That is a thing. That is a thing, especially in this industry that we're in, that we like to call the entertainment business,
Mm-hmm.
and that is something that I believe in this day and time doesn't have to be a thing, honestly, because of the mediums that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that we can get our message and our music out. Because the thing about it is, there is an audience for everything.
Yes.
Like, there's somebody who loves something out there, and all it takes is just for them to hear it.
Yeah.
And one of my goals is to be able to make content that can be received by people spanning from all different cultures and um, types of music and everything like that. Like, I want to be able to appeal to the average, R&B listener as much as the average rock listener, or
Mm-hmm.
appeal to the average pop listener as much as the average country listener. And I even, at some point in time would love to do some songs in Spanish and all the other stuff like that, because I love to see, all these different cultures being combined to make one amazing thing.
Yeah, like you said, music is universal.
Exactly,
And,
exactly.
good music is good music. I've heard
Yeah.
Spanish music that I don't know what they're saying, but I can
Right.
feel
Exactly.
the essence of it coming across
And
and the emotions.
that's
So,
what it's all about. And what I always tell my band is that
I'm sorry. We had technical difficulties earlier with lights going out. So we've been running so much that
Yeah,
they're
no,
starting to pop or whatever.
I understand. But yeah, what I always tell my band is that like, sometimes I'll ask them to play certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they may not understand, but my entire thought process behind it is, music sometimes isn't even necessarily supposed to be heard, but more so felt. It's all
Exactly.
about the feeling that people get. Like, I really learned that from playing in a reggae band some years ago. I was playing keys for the band,
Okay.
and if you listen to reggae, then like, the keyboards don't do a whole lot. And so I'd come from a background of doing a whole lot of stuff on keys, like playing gospel and R&B and all this other stuff. So I was all over the place, and then they were like, "No, you play this right here." 2 hours, 3 hours go by, still doing the same thing. And then after a while, it taught me that discipline, and also taught me that understanding that it's not about what you're playing, but how you're playing, and the feeling that
It
is
goes along with it.
developed with that. Yeah, and the vibes with that are so amazing.
Okay. I want the audience.
Hey,
Definitely,
hey,
I
hey.
can hear a lot of different influences in that.
Yeah.
And just really, like you said, when you're describing the background of the song and how it came to fruition,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
really, I can hear all that energy in there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And so I one of the things about me in the studio is I prefer to be in the studio by myself
Mm-hmm.
until I have something like somewhat completed,
Mm-hmm.
and then once I have like the ideas down and everything like that, I invite people in. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you da 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 da? But that song, and the people actually weren't even supposed to be in the studio at the time. They just heard some stuff in the room, and they walked in, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm in the groove now. I'm not gonna stop. So let's
Yeah.
just go ahead and finish this take. And so, Crush is probably the only song of all my records that I recorded during that time period that was recorded in front of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Nice backstory to that.
Thank you,
Tell
thank
us a little bit about Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. So, Esmeralda is, if you all don't know, Esmeralda is my scarf. and my lady that I bring to all of my events and bring with me everywhere that I go, and I wrap her around the mic stand when I get on stage, because um, when I do that, that's my way of kind of like what's a good comparison? What are some animals that like do certain things to signify that that's their place at the time? Imprint.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that works. Like it's like that. That's what kind of says, I'm here. I'm
Mhm.
home. This is me. This is where I am. And so, yeah, that's Esmeralda. She actually got the name. Shout out to Maria if you're watching or listening. Um, I was at a show one day, and the thing about it is, originally what happened was and this might actually diminish the meaning a little bit, but she still means a lot to me, Esmeralda. But I actually one day forgot my belt at home,
Mm.
and so I just had my scarf with me, so I tied my scarf around my waist, and then next thing you know, I was like, well, you know what? I feel like that kind of belongs there now. And
It's a
so,
comfortable fit.
and like not only that, but I was already tying her around the mic stand and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? She needs a name. And then this girl named Maria came up to me, and I was telling her about the situation. I was like, I don't know what I should name her, but she needs to be a name because she has so much significance. And she was like, how about Esmeralda? I was like, oh my gosh, that's it.
You sound like it
Perfect.
fit.
That's perfect.
That's definitely dope. I like that. 'Cause
Thank you.
it gives you, this essence about you and
Yeah.
mystery and stuff. So and I think that sometimes artists get so transparent or whatever that they don't have that that
Right, right,
that
right.
mystique about them
Yeah, I should
anymore.
have said that it came from Jupiter, and and I couldn't reveal the exact source, but just know that like I have special powers and everything when she's there. I should have said something like that, like if you ever see me float, that's why. And then
Well,
just like watch all the people like looking extra hard at the stage to see if I like come off the ground.
People say the Prince had an aura about him, so he used
Yeah.
to glow orange. So
Yeah, that's a
never
thing.
know.
That's a thing. From now on, let's just delete it and act like that never happened. Next time somebody asks me, I'm just gonna say it makes me float.
So, what can your fans and individuals that are getting to know you expect in 2018?
um, expect a lot. Yeah, no, seriously, 2018 is about to be an amazing year. We've already started it off in the way that we have, and I'm excited for what's coming next. Got some music to be released here soon. Some videos to be released here soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at some more TV stuff here soon. All that other stuff like that. It's time.
Yeah.
Been working really hard, and I'm ready to go ahead and make some major moves happen. Festivals, events, tours, all that other good stuff like that. Collaborations with major artists. That's 2018. That's what we're looking at
Okay.
because I want to be at the 2019 Grammys,
That's what I'm talking
accepting an award.
about. Looking at your stuff, I can
Mhm.
tell one. I love the fact that all your social media handles are the same.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's easy
branding.
to find
There
you
we go.
exactly.
Yeah.
And just your presentation of what you've done thus far as your career and how you present yourself to the public. I like the way that you do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What can you tell these independent artists? Because you're out here doing it, and I feel
Right.
like you're crushing it.
Oh, thank you, thank
no
you.
pun intended on the song,
Right there.
but,
Oh, that was good. That was a good one. But yeah.
you're doing things that they should be striving to do. What advice can you give them to help motivate?
My advice would be number one, to be yourself,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. Like I don't want to say not to be who you are, but also to look at it from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you do, look at it from the other side. like videos that you post up, pictures that you post up, the way that you present everything. Look at it, you know, like as if you were the person that you're trying to reach, and just think, okay, so if I'm trying to reach me, what would I do? Or if you're trying to reach somebody who's not like you, then put yourself in their minds. Like same way you would in conflict resolution. Like think, okay, how would they react to me doing this? Do the same thing with your marketing, with your social media, and with the way that you present yourself to the public.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'd say.
I like to hear stuff like that because it reiterates all the stuff that I say to people. But sometimes my voice can fall on deaf ears. Because I'm not out there doing it as y'all are out there doing it. But it's
here.
the same. Exactly, it's the same information. Tell us, what is EDI Nation?
EDI Nation is a collective of amazing people that are all working towards the same goal of being wonderful people, and they're my fans. Yeah, I was trying to make it
super fans.
Yeah, I was trying to make it sound eloquent, but no, they're just, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to explain just how amazing they are. You know what? When I was doing the Apollo, so I was on my way to New York, and I got to the airport. I had my guitar with me and everything like that. And the thing is, I was initially supposed to be riding up with someone, and they canceled on me. So I had to get up there within a certain amount of time because my I had to get up to the show, by sound check. And so I got to the airport. I'd gotten a ticket and everything like that. I got to the airport. I got to the terminal, to the concourse, everything like that. And then they told me at the gate that I couldn't bring my guitar on board. And what I didn't know before, by the way, anybody out there, if you travel with a guitar or an instrument or something like that, and it's something that you don't want to check in at the front, make sure when you get to the gate, you tell them to put it in the closet, if it can fit in the closet, because that would have saved me a lot. But that experience also showed me something, because they turned me away from that gate, and I told them the whole situation too. I told them, hey, I've got to get to the Apollo Theater to do this show, and they were like, okay, well, it's not our problem.
Exactly.
And then somebody else was like, yeah, I performed at the Apollo Theater too. What's your point? Get out of here. I'm like, I just paid for a ticket, and it's non-refundable because you all didn't want to let me on the plane. So anyway, that being said, I walked away from there, and a lot of people knew about the Apollo thing already. And so, just to see what would happen, I posted up on social media and said that I, needed to get to New York. So somebody hit me up and suggested that I post my Cash App name online. And the flight that I needed to catch left at 12 o'clock. By this time, it was like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, 9 going on 10 o'clock. The flight cost $500. By the time that flight was about to leave, not only had I paid for the ticket to get on the flight, but I had enough money to get around when I got to the city, to get a hotel, and to not starve to death.
That's amazing.
Like within that period, oh my gosh. And it was so crazy too, because that was the first time I'd ever seen people from around the country, come together. Like there were people teaming up that never met each other, that were teaming up for me.
Yeah.
It was so wild to see that. They were like, hey, I've got this much. How much do you have? Hey, let's go tell these people that we need to get this much, all trying to raise money to get me up there
Mm-hmm.
to get to the Apollo. So that's Eddie Nation. Those are the people that
Yeah, those are the real supporters and the ones who
Yeah.
feel connected to you to where, they want to see you go and get
Yeah.
to that next level. I had an artist that I was managing way back in the day,
mm,
and people used to send him money. And at one point, one particular person sent him $700.
what?
Yeah, just they got a CD, he autographed it, but they was like, no, this is for you to keep doing because they believed in him that
Wow.
much, and it you don't
That's
meet that many
amazing.
artists that have connections like that to
Mhm.
people, and that's a deep rooted connection,
Yeah.
and I love that you have that. So definitely,
Yeah.
big ups to you, and
Thank
keep continuing to do that, and you
you.
multiply that,
Thank you.
and
Thank
see
you. Big
where
ups to Eddie Nation.
Eddie Nation will
Yeah.
go. I wanted to, get a performance in. So,
Yeah.
what you gonna perform for us today?
Let me see. Well, I got this song that's actually gonna be on my upcoming project. It's called Hot Sauce.
Okay.
And I pretty much wrote it. I wrote it while I was in this relationship with someone. Well, no, it was before I was in a relationship with someone, and I was trying to tell myself, not to keep moving forward because, I wasn't ready for it at the time. But no matter what I did, it was like it was already happening. And the thing about it is, anytime I write a song about somebody, that's when it's like official. It's like, okay, I've fallen. I'm here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what this song is.
Okay.
No. Oh, no. I told myself not to write a song. But since you love and made this pin move, you might as well sing along. Oh, 'cause every time I tell you I'm a savage, it's 'cause I feel you're getting closer to my heart. And I know I'm supposed to be a man, but I'm scared. I didn't think we'd get this far. So tell me what you want and I give you what you need. I can't even help it 'cause it's something about your love. And you're sweeter than a tall glass of southern iced tea. Warmer than a judge of summer with your arms wrapped around me. With your arms wrapped around me. With your arms wrapped around. I might need to face it, I just fell in love, or I'm not even chasing, but I'm steady catching up. I was trying hard not to call you my baby, but no matter what, I can't stop myself from saying all the things that make you do that cute little smile that you do. And that cute little way you move when I make you happy, 'cause those pretty eyes, the way they light up, rumors say they wanna be like us. And I was trying not to write a song. No, since you love and made this pen move, you might as well sing along. Said, then I realized just how special you are to me, babe. I hope you get this message. I've got a confession, baby, you're a blessing, and you make my heart sing like the birds in the trees. And one more time. So tell me what you want and I give you what you need. I can't even help it 'cause it's something about your love, and you're sweeter than a tall glass of southern iced tea. Warmer than a Georgia summer with your arms wrapped around me. With your arms wrapped around me. Yeah. With your arms wrapped around. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. With your arms wrapped around. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Wrapped around
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
As as I listen to music, because I consume it so much, and work on my artists, and I've been an artist myself. I definitely can see a video for that. So you got
Oh,
something right there.
thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
definitely. And when you
Thank you.
record it, definitely send it to me.
Yeah,
And you
man.
say that's gonna be on the upcoming project.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this project gonna be about?
So the project is called Love the Experience.
Okay.
It's been in the process of being released for about maybe almost a year now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's finally about that time. But yeah, pretty much it's about my experience with love, life, happiness, and the pursuit thereof. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, all the things that I've experienced with, trying to reach that ultimate happiness and that love and live the life that I'd like to live. And so, the songs on there pretty much the good and bad of that experience,
Mm-hmm.
and highlighting the fact that it's not all good and it's not all bad,
Yeah.
but that in it's all captured in the same thing.
I definitely look forward to that, and
Thank you, thank you.
once you roll it out, you can definitely send it here.
Oh
Play
yeah,
it
of
and
course.
help with the push. I don't know what
Yeah.
you have planned for it, but she
Oh
definitely
yeah.
don't limit yourself as
Oh, of
far as
course
the
not.
rollout and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause some people like the CDs and stuff. I don't know how you feel about digital
Yeah.
versus physical and all that, or the
Shoot.
combination of both.
Honestly, I feel like I'm even gonna print up some vinyl stuff as well too, because I feel like whatever medium people most enjoy it on
Mm-hmm.
is where I should go with it for them specifically. And also vinyl's just pretty cool to me.
Yeah,
You know,
they're making comic and niche markets and stuff. So
Yeah,
they say it's
man.
the best way to consume music anyway, as far
Yeah.
as sonically.
Exactly.
But for people who want to go and look at your discography of what you've done, cover songs, things of that nature, check out videos, where do they need to be directed to?
Well, I'd say the best place is my website, officially EDI.com, officially EDI.com, and that has my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that other stuff like that. But for all of you all that would just like to go directly to the sites, you can follow me on Instagram at officially EDI, on Twitter at officially EDI, on SoundCloud at officially EDI, or on YouTube you can look up officially EDI and you will find me.
That's what I'm talking about, making it easy for people and doing what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do.
There it goes.
Any last words for the people out there?
Last words. Well, live love, love life, and over the horizon, greater is coming. Never let anything stop you from achieving the things that you ultimately want to have and that you ultimately want to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you taking the time, to come down here and be on
Absolutely.
the show. You're definitely welcome back anytime. And like I said,
Thank
all
you.
the music you want to send it on the way,
Yeah.
and we'll get it playing and let it reach to whoever it's supposed to reach.
Cool.
But y'all go check out Eddie. Go follow him on all the social media. Go to the website, official EDI.com, and support your independent
Yeah.
artists, especially people like this who have the talent. And help push them to where they need to be and push all this crappy stuff out the way. But
Oh, Lord.
I'm your host, man. I'm not trying to get you in no beef or nothing.
Yeah,
That's
no,
that's
no
just
beef.
coming
I'm
from me.
vegan, so I'm not even trying to get any beef right now. I'm not famous enough yet. Not yet.
But I am your host, Andreas, aka Discover This, and Bankedoutt Radio Show. We are signing out.
Cool.